community, today we celebrate Juneteenth, or Freedom Day, which officially became a federal holiday in 2021. So I'm joined with LSUS graduate student Mikkel Barnes, who knows a little bit about the history. Good morning.
Good morning. Doing all right?
I'm doing just fine. So glad to have you here to speak about Juneteenth. Let's talk about, what people really need to know about this holiday, Mikkel.
Well, first and foremost, it's a Freedom Day. Major General Gordon Granger came to Galveston, Texas, and those are some of the final enslaved people to know that they're free.
Now, you talked about to me, off cam, that wasn't, the actual day that everyone became free and knew that, slavery was over. Talk a little bit about that.
So the Emancipation Proclamation is January 1st, 1863. Lincoln announces that proclamation, and it's just for the rebellion states that the Confederates control. Millions of other African Americans who were enslaved were not freed from bondage instantly from that proclamation, and Juneteenth is the follow-through of that promise. Yeah,
so that's when everyone officially knew that slavery was over, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now I know we have a lot of rich history here in Shreveport because a lot of our ancestors here went through slavery, and that history is living on. Talk to us about the connection here and what can we look forward to as far as knowing our history.
Well, one of the most important things about Juneteenth isn't the actual date itself. It's everything that happens afterwards. So in the Reconstruction years, we had a very good organizer named Henry Adams who worked with people out of Galveston, out of Marshall, Texas, out of Houston, Texas, all these different areas to make sure that plantation areas were secure, that African Americans could live out of bondage for sure.
Yes.
And that's one of the most important things that come out of there.
Yeah. Okay, I like how you said the work continues after. So now that we have that work continuing, we know Miss Opal got Juneteenth to, put in that work and got it to be, to the forefront to even become a federal holiday. A lot of folks still not really, recognizing this as a federal holiday and saying, hey, we're going to take the time out to say no working, no doing this, no doing that. We know a lot of people are not going to work today, but what do you feel like is the significance to really take the time and recognize and commemorate this event?
Everybody isn't free unless everyone is free.
Right. So
that's another special tie-in that we celebrate the day that everybody is just the last bit of people to understand that they are. It's about 250,000 people in Texas that weren't for sure about that message, and reflecting, remembrance, and celebrate for those people before us and the ones that come after us. They got to celebrate it too.
Okay, well, speaking of celebration, we have a few things going on in the Arklatex. We know the Good Times Roll Festival is happening, and you spoke about another event that's happening as well, an unveiling.
Oh, yes, ma'am. The unveiling of the 13th Amendment is going to be at St. Francis Episcopal Church. I think it's 520 Olive is the address. It's going to be from about 6 to 8. It's going to be some pretty good discussion going on.
Okay, what are some of those discussions going to be about?
Well, Juneteenth, it's complicated. For time's sake, you have to keep it brief. But the 13th Amendment was ratified on December 6th, 1865, and that is truly what frees African Americans from bondage. It's not necessarily the proclamation of that day, but it's a little bit convoluted. You need more time, but securing that promise gets us to the Civil Rights Movement and beyond.
Okay, so the unveiling of this 13th Amendment is very significant in history, so I know we are looking forward to that. So thank you so much, Mikkel, for coming in and just enlightening us this morning. I appreciate you.
Thank y'all for having me. Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, if you would like to hear more about Juneteenth, we'll have some things up on our website, so please go and check it out. We'll be right back.